All right, guys. I think we're officially live here in beautiful Nicaragua. So we're in my backyard right now. Today it's a little bit windy here in Nicaragua. As you can see, all the trees are moving. You'll hear the wind come through the camera and a couple dogs barking in the background. But I'm excited you guys are here. We're going to hope that people start joining pretty soon. But what do we have planned for today on the agenda for this live? This is the first live of 2025, so I'm really excited. These lives are continue throughout 2025, so we're gonna try to do maybe 2 to 3 lives a month. But what do we have in the agenda today? Well, today we're gonna be brewing some coffee, but I got something different here for you. I have a bag of Mayorga coffee, and now I have a story that I'm gonna be telling you about Mayorga this past week. Actually, that's pretty cool, and why we have this bag here. We also have some Nicaraguan pastries that we're going to be trying. These are local pastries that you'll find mostly in North Nicaragua. So I'll show you guys some of these pastries. On top of that, the important thing, because as we all know, we are on the mission on this channel to grow and produce coffee in Nicaragua and shine Nicaragua to the rest of the world. So we're going to be talking about our numbers. How did we do the first 2 weeks of the year? So we have the month to date. So the month to date is going to be how many sales have we done since the beginning of the year. So it's only 2 weeks into the year, and we only have a small amount of numbers, but we're going to go through them, and we're going to go through the goals too. So that's going to be after we get brewing with the coffee. Looks like Luke's online. Hola, amigo. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that. If you guys have any questions during this live that you want to ask, it can be about life in Nicaragua, coffee, or any questions that you have for me, you can just drop them in the comment section, and then I'll do my best to go back in and answer these questions. So let's go ahead and get started. So the coffee that we're going to be making today is actually a coffee from my good friend Mayorga. Now, this last week was a very, very busy week for me. I actually had some visitors, and the people that came to visit me here in Nicaragua are these right here. Comment if you've seen this bag here in the store. But this is Mayorga coffee, and they've been buying coffee in Nicaragua for a very long time, and they deal with organic coffee. They deal with a lot of small producers, so they get all the coffee producers together, the small ones, and they buy their coffee. Now, they saw the videos I make and actually saw you guys as an engaged community, and they took an interest to coming out to visit me. And that is how we ended up together this week. So they came out for 3 to 4 days, and we spent about maybe the whole day together those 3 days. It was epic. We did a couple things actually with them. One of them is we wanted to kind of explore the culture here in North Nicaragua and get to see the hidden gems, because here in North Nicaragua there's a lot of places that are tucked away and most people don't see. So we did a little bit of exploring the first 2 days. And then after that, we headed up to my farm on the last day. But take a look at their bag. I really like their design. And let's take a smell to see how it smells like. Smells good. It looks like Jimmy's seeing Mayorga's coffee and Sam's Club, that is amazing. So while we spent the day here in Nicaragua, we went to a small pueblo called Dipilto. We went to Mozonte. And a couple other things we did too. They asked me what kind of projects can they help with at the farm, because as you know, we're building that farm, my family farm, and like two things came to mind for me when they asked me that question. And one of them was the conditions of the family that lives there. So there's a family that's been living in the farm for like 12 plus years. And they asked, well, how can we help? And I said, well, if we get them all new mattresses to help improve their sleeping conditions. So they already have mattresses, but these mattresses are low cost effective quality and they go pretty bad quickly. So they needed to be replaced. So what we did with Mayorga is we went to a mattress store and we bought mattresses for the family, but we bought some really, really good quality ones that you yourself would probably love sleeping in these mattresses. And when we arrived to the farm and we gave these mattresses to the family, you should have seen the smile on their face. They were happy to know that they were going to be able to get a good night's sleep. The second project that I had to mind, that came to mind when they asked me how can they help, was planting more trees. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but on my YouTube video, sometimes there's some mountains that doesn't have a lot of trees. So we are working on reforesting these mountains, bringing back the native trees, the wildlife. So we ended up going to a nursery in Somoto. Now, Somoto is where El Cañón de Somoto is. It's a beautiful canyon here that a lot of people come. And we bought a bunch of trees, over 50 trees that we brought with us up to the farm. So these past week was quite chaotic. It was epic, and I really love that they came out. It's like super cool to see people watch the content, relate to it, and actually appreciate the mission that we're trying to do here in Nicaragua, and then come visit us. So I was extremely thrilled and honored, to be honest, to have them come visit us here. So today we're not brewing this. We are gonna be brewing some Mayorga coffee. And that's what I think it's about. Coffee is like when you have people that sort of have the same mission and you guys can align to do more good, then it's always the right way to go about it, you know. And definitely I spoke to them about the channel, how we're growing this community between us all together, and how we have some goals for this year and how we want to get bigger to eventually sell some different producers like Mayorga does. They work with a bunch of producers here in Nicaragua, so we want to get to that point. Looks like the water is boiling right now. We're going to turn it off. And by the way, I didn't mention this to you guys, but Happy New Year's and Merry Christmas. I hope you guys had an incredible New Year, spending it with family, and also an awesome Christmas. We actually had my mom come out for Christmas and New Year's, and she had a great time, and we spent it all in family with my grandma. So it was a beautiful time, because last time my mom was here for Christmas must have been like 13 years ago. So she herself was pretty excited. It looks like we have around 34 people online right now, live. Thank you guys. Welcome, Claudia, Seth, Renzo, Omare. Saludos. Everybody watching from Nicaragua. Saludos, mi gente. Everyone watching from the US or Canada, also cheers and blessings. We're getting this year started the right way with a nice cup of coffee here. So this coffee is organic, so meaning that they don't put any chemical fertilizers in there. I know some of you guys really like organic stuff, so it's always good to have an organic option. You know, maybe in the future we can have an organic producer on the Immense website and then introduce their story. But we're gonna go ahead and taste it here with the Chemex. I have my lucky cup of coffee here. Right now in Nicaragua, it is starting to become summer, so the weather is starting to get a little bit more warm. So if you plan on visiting Nicaragua within the next 3 months, more than likely everything's going to be hot and everything is turning brown. So it's drying up because the rain is becoming less frequent and the heat is increasing. January is interesting because January is a month where it's windy, so it's very windy, but it's still cool. So it's sort of like the beginning of summer where you can still go out there and enjoy the weather and not get burnt by hot sun. But once it hits February, it starts getting hotter and hotter, specifically in April and Semana Santa here, where a lot of Nicaraguans have their Semana Santa off and they go out and party. So that's one of the hottest times here in Nicaragua. We're gonna put that there. Now let me show you what I got right here for you guys. All right, let's see. Hold up. First, let me take a look at this comment. Here we go. All right, so let me show you what I got for you guys. For those of you that knows what this is, para lo que ustedes saben qué es esto, comment in the comment section. But this is a calabaza. This is what we call here in Nicaragua el pan. You know, and a calabaza essentially is a pastry that has pumpkin jam inside. So you open it, it's hollow, but inside is filled with jam. Then when you bite it, it's soft. So it just blends in with the jam. And I like it when it's very warm because it sort of reminds me like a good cracker jam, you know? It's really yummy and delicious. And it's typical when you go to Nicaragua here, dan la bolsita with pan, the little bag with bread right here. This is what you'll commonly see here in all las panaderias. All right. Let's take a look at the coffee. It looks like Ada. Saludos desde Tampa Bay. Hello, Ada. She just joined. And then it looks like some people are coming in March to Nicaragua to visit here, to visit her boyfriend. Nice. Saludos. Cheers. All right, let's go here. Remember, if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section, and I will answer them at the end. So check it out. A cup of Mayorga. It was a good week last week. I'm happy to be drinking this. I hope you guys had your morning cup of coffee too. Comment below if you did. Smells delicious. Let's try it. Oh man, that is good. Nice and smooth. It has caramel, chocolate. Let me see. Ooh, some notes of cacao. That is yummy. Then we're gonna take this bread right here. Amazing. That tastes so good. That's actually a perfect combo right there for a nice snack at lunch. So what we're gonna do next is I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the numbers coming into 2025. For those of you that joined our live that we did closing 2024, you got to see a little bit of our plan on what we're doing here in our channel. And the reason I want to bring you guys behind the scenes of all these numbers and everything else, it's because I want you guys to join us and kind of see what it is to build this business, and together we can do it, right? And I need your guys' help because the bigger we grow, the more we can do. So this is why I decided to share with you guys the numbers and our goals for the year. And we've been growing, but it's been growing slowly. And the faster we can grow, the more we can do here in Nicaragua. So I need your guys' feedback. Do you guys like seeing these kind of numbers? Comment in the comment section there. And if you do, we can do more of this and I can show you some more data. But let me show you what we have going on here. All right. Take a look at that. So this is the year breakdown. So this is for the channel and for our website where we sell coffee. You guys are getting an exclusive behind the scene here, all the way from my backyard in Nicaragua. Right here we have the month to date. So basically what we sold this month so far is only like 2 weeks into this year. So it's early right now in 2025. The year to date, total overall for the year, and then the total. So it would be how much we sold the total. Then right here, so here's our goals, right? Here's our goals for this year with the YouTube channel and everything else, so we can sell as much Nicaraguan coffee as we can and put this beautiful country on the map. Number of bags, we're trying to sell 3,000 bags by the end of the year. So that's our goal. That's like last year we sold 550. So we need to increase it by quite a bit. It's a big number to hit, but we'll put a big goal because I know with you guys we can build this community. Subscribers, we want to get 18,000 new subscribers. So we closed 2024 with around 9,100 new subs. So if we get 18,000 additional new people to join the Men's Coffee movement and push our mission, that'll put us at 27,000 by the end of the year. I'm hoping we can smash that number and maybe exceed up to 30, but we'll see how things go. Number of new views. Basically, this is yearly views. Last year, we closed 2024 with 500,000 views. So that's 500,000 people that saw our mission, bought some coffee, and got to know about the people of Nicaragua because I want to share their story. This year, we want to double that. And so we want to do 1.1 million views on YouTube. And this comes from you guys. You guys always watch my channel. You guys comment, you guys like. So when you do stuff like that, encourages the algorithm to push it out to more people. So we get discovered more frequently, then we get more views. So that essentially means that we can push this up even more. I honestly think that because you guys are so interactive and you guys love the mission so much and the community is growing, that we can go past that number. And that's the goal. Now, this is an exciting one. So Patreon. So I put a poll out on the channel whether I should do YouTube memberships or Patreon. So throughout the day or throughout the week or month, my wife and with Elliot, we always record a bunch of extra content. And there's a lot of content that never makes it or you guys never see, but it's actually pretty cool content. It just doesn't make a full video, right? And I want to start a platform where I can give you guys more of behind the scenes or maybe access to us a little bit faster if you guys have some questions. So I'm going to be starting a Patreon or a channel membership at some point this year. And the goal here is to get to 250 Patreons by the end of the year. So I'm working on setting it up I decided to go with Patreon versus YouTube memberships. YouTube membership takes around 30% of what you guys would help with. And this Patreon takes a lot less. I think it's only like 5%. So the more we can take, the more projects we can do on the farm. And I really see Patreon something that we can customize for ourselves. Like if you guys want to come visit the farm or plant some coffee under your name, all this is going to be through Patreon. And what we're going to do with the revenue through Patreon is we'll continue to push the projects at the farm. And I'm hoping to produce more videos for you guys. So right now we're doing 2 videos a week, but we want to get to 3 eventually. And 2 is a hustle with the family. It's a lot. But this is what we're doing here to try to build this channel out. So let's go here. How did we do this month? All right, guys, here goes month to date, number of bags sold. So it is January 12th, and we sold 23 bags this month. It's early in the year. Usually at the beginning of the year, there's a slight dip because everyone returns to work. So if you bought some of these bags, thank you guys. And if you're watching now, I think it is awesome. Next one, let's see. So year to date, that puts us at 23 since it's early. By the end of the month, this number will keep on adding. So that means in order to hit our goal of 3,000, we still need 2,977 bags to go. So we're young puppies here. We are still fresh for the goal, but it is the beginning of the year. I was doing some math. We need to sell around 250 bags a month in order to hit this goal, but we'll see how it goes. Some months can be lower, and then some months maybe can be higher. But let me know what you guys think about the goal there. All right, number of new subs, 18,000. Let's go. So this week and last week, so the last 2 weeks, 470 new people joined this beautiful channel about Nicaragua. Now, this is amazing. Our goal is to hit 18,000. So that means we need to do around 1,500 new people joining our immense coffee movement every month so we can hit that goal. So we're a little bit behind, to be honest, but at the beginning of the year is usually a little bit slower. So let's go ahead and check it out right here. So 470. So that means that we need 17,530 people. So if you know 17,000 people, just tell them to subscribe and then we hit our goal. No, just kidding. Yeah, so we need a long way, but it's the beginning of the year. I'm very optimistic about this, Trust me, this is going to open up more videos. I want to go to different parts of Nicaragua. I want to explore remote areas. I also want to do some maybe potentially real estate videos for you guys that are interested in coming to go purchase or maybe rent or come here for a temporary stint and stay, So let's go right here. Number of views for the channel. This week and last week we did 53,000 views. This is pretty good. This is up than usual. But in order to hit 1.1 million views by the end of the year, we need to do around 110,000 views a month, which is a lot. So far, we're on track to hit around 100,000 because if the next 2 weeks we do another 50,000, that's 100,000. So we'll almost hit that number, which is amazing. So 53,000, and we need 1.04 million left. So we're barely getting started in this marathon out here. Remember, if you have questions, you can drop them in the comment section below, and we will definitely get back to you on that one. And then Patreon hasn't started yet. So the Patreon, it's 0, 0, and 0. And the reason I haven't started Patreon because I'm still building it out. And you guys will see an announcement on the channel there, a video about it. And you guys can ask questions about it too. So those are the numbers this week. Yep, 23, 470, 53. And let's see how we do. By the end of the month, we're going to do another live. And then we're going to see how much we're growing this project together. We do have some exciting news coming up. I think I'm going to be traveling to Honduras pretty soon in March. And while in Honduras, I kind of want to know from you guys want to see a little bit of videos about Honduras. Does that kind of interest you? I'm going to be driving from Nicaragua to Honduras, so I could also do a vlog. So if you want to see that thing about us doing the vlog and all the journey there, just comment below and I can make some videos about Honduras. I know Honduras maybe is not on the map for you, but it's a beautiful country, and I also love it. And it's right next to Nicaragua, a country definitely worth exploring. So let's take a look, see if we have any questions here on the channel for this live right now. It looks like we have 38 people, which is more than last time. So thank you guys for joining, those 38 people. 31 likes. We need to smash these numbers. Every time it keeps getting bigger. So you guys are awesome here. So, saludes, campeón. Te estoy siguiendo y vivo en Los Ángeles. Byron, saludes, Byron. Wow, someone just donated their $20. So you can click there and give a super thumbs up. And basically, it's a donation for the channel. Thank you so much for whoever donated that. AC Taylor, you are freaking amazing. Yeah, you're right. He says, I'd love to support you further buying your coffee, but you don't ship to Canada. Any chance that this would happen in the future? Yes, that's the goal. So the difficulties with China, with China, the difficulty with Canada, I can't believe it's in China. I haven't had that full cup of coffee yet. The difficulties with Canada is that there's a border between the US and shipping becomes incredibly expensive. Last time I shipped one from the States, it was $40 to ship it to Canada. Now, when I ship my green beans to California, it sits there, and when someone orders, it gets roasted and shipped nationally there. So it's easy. Once the demand grows in Canada, I can start to see if there's a roaster that'll be willing to work with me, and I can ship them green bean coffee, and it will sit in their warehouse. And then when you guys order, for example, Taylor, you order, then we'll definitely be able to fulfill that order. So I'm trying. Canada's in the radar in a couple other different countries too. So thank you so much for giving that super like there. Let's see what else. Any more questions here that you guys have? The community here keeps on going. Gigi, hola amigo, greetings from Iowa. Gigi is my friend. She runs Curious Joe Coffee, I believe so. Correct me if I said that wrong. And she actually bought some of my green beans this past harvest, and she's selling it on there. So awesome people. She is from Peru, and Peru is a country that I want to go visit eventually in the future. Let's see what else. Are you thinking of buying a bush cutter for the workers if it helps them cutting the grass faster? It's very hard to do everything with the machete. I did buy a weed whacker for the people on the farm because sometimes in the video you see them swinging a machete. So we have one, and they're about $800, $900 here because they're commercial weed whackers. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to buy more equipment. So eventually, yes. But the thing is that when you plant coffee, if your plantation is not designed to use a weed whacker, then you need to use a machete because you can't get in there in a weed whack. So what we're doing is that in the future, upcoming plots, we're designing them to have enough space to come in with the weed whacker and clean up the whole area. Somebody asked, is marijuana legal in Nicaragua? And it's not legal. So just a heads up. Luke, any thought of using multiple roasters stateside? I haven't thought about that, to be honest. If the demand grows enough, that might be something I would be doing, because maybe one on the East Coast and one on the West Coast would make sense. But good question there. And then Byron asks, where can I get your coffee, amigo? So right now you can get my coffee online, imenscoffee.com, or if you go to my YouTube channel, there's a link there where you can buy my coffee. And then Moises, hi from Managua, Nicaragua. Where can I buy your coffee here? So right now I don't sell nationally, but I do plan eventually on selling here in Managua. The reason is because I haven't set up the whole process of roasting, packaging, and getting everything shipped over to Managua. And then distribution is a little bit harder here with shipping everything around nationally. But hopefully in the future we get into some areas there. And then I want to show you guys one more thing. I want to show you guys a picture of our trip here, and I'm gonna post it here. These are all pictures that we took. Hopefully you guys can see this. Let's see, hopefully you guys can see this. But that picture right there, that's us eat. Oh, you can't see that. Yeah, so it's gonna be, I'm gonna post it. Oh, there it is. See, that picture right there is us eating lunch at my farm right there with the people from Mayorga too. So we're eating some nice chicken, and we had a great time. And it looks like another comment from AC Taylor. Says, I roast my own, so if you ever do ship to Canada, I'd be more interested in buying green beans. Okay, thank you, Taylor. I'll keep that in mind so I can get you green beans. And I'll guess I have to come back down and visit and grab it, some directly from you. Yeah, so I'm working on that. So I need you guys' feedback. Like in the future, ideally, I would love for people to come visit me, and I think it would be awesome. Right now, I do take visits, but it's sort of like if it works out. You know, some people end up in Nicaragua and they message me, and I might not be here, or I'm already in a different part of Nicaragua. But then some people message me, and I have the time, and we make it happen. So just send me an Instagram message there, Taylor, or email. My email's on my channel, and then just let me know the dates, and we'll see what we can work out here. For example, like the people from Mayorga, you know, it worked out that it's harvest season, so we were here already on site, so everything lined up. All right, Ecom Insider coming in May. Thank you. That is awesome for visiting Nicaragua. It's going to be a hot May, so make sure you bring some sunscreen there and some flip flops to enjoy this beautiful weather. And then Daniel, saludos desde Missouri. Cheers and blessings, Daniel. Let's see where here. And okay, going back to the goals right here on this part. I want you guys' feedback on the Patreon here for the 250 people. So I need your guys' feedback on what kind of stuff you would like to see. Of course, you'll get behind the scenes on what we're doing, and you'll get more access to us. But what is something cool that you would like to see? Maybe something you're not seeing online. Maybe Nicaraguan recipes or how to rent a house here, like stuff like that. Just comment below because I definitely want to give you guys a lot of value in that, so we can continue to grow that Patreon. It looks like Luke will be in Nicaragua in 24 days. Amazing, man. That is awesome. You're gonna love your trip here. Okay, well, let's see here. What else we got going on? All right, Joel, really proud of you, brother. I am from Leon, living in Chicago. Next time back home, I would like to find your coffee to bring back. Thank you, Joel. You can find it online now. I don't sell coffee here in Nicaragua yet, but reach out, and if we're nearby, we can grab a cup of coffee. And then saludos desde Jacksonville, Florida. Thank you, guys. Cheers. Saludos también desde Jacksonville. Well, guys, this concludes the live for this year. So this is the first live of 2025. Keep in mind, we're going to be doing more lives. So hopefully by the end of the year, we have around maybe 40 lives that we did together. At minimum, I'll try to get on here and talk to you guys and do 2 lives. And then at maximum, we'll go 4 lives. But I'm always going to be looping you guys in on the projects that we have going on. It is harvest season in Nicaragua, so everyone's extremely busy with harvesting coffee beans from the mountains. It looks like we broke a record with 53 people joining, so thank you guys. Blessings. Cheers all the way from Nicaragua. It is your Coffee Familia signing off. I'll see you guys in next week's live. Thank you for those of you that donated. And remember, share the channel so we can grow this channel.